your forecast first. Sponsored by Natex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, good afternoon, good evening to you. Showers, a few storms embedded in here. We've had these little scattered pop-up storms all around the area. Actually, there's one right here, just on the north side of Champaign, right there between Mahomet and Champaign, and just south of the Thomasboro area. Some heavy rain there along I-57. Other little scattered showers down into portions of Douglas, Coles County, over into Moultrie County as well. And just look how all this continued to kind of move across the area. No rhyme or reason to it, but you'll get a little bit of a rain shower, then it will move on. Temperatures not bad in the low and mid 80s. That is nothing compared to what's coming later this week. So through this evening, scattered storms will continue. Rain comes to an end late tonight. We turn attention to the heat. We'll show you how warm we get coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now on WCIA 3 News.
There's nothing funny about the Brent Christensen trial, but yet people were laughing today in the courtroom. We'll tell you why.
And opioid overdoses have killed thousands. How a Central Illinois doctor is fighting that epidemic with a different drug.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
After more than a month of testimony and evidence, federal prosecutors and Brent Christensen's defense team have rested their cases for the last time. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Tomorrow, a jury will decide whether Christensen is sentenced to life in prison or death. Christensen kidnapped and killed U of I scholar Ying Zhang 2 years ago. The jury convicted him 3 weeks ago. Now, the same 7 men and 5 women will decide his punishment. WCIA 3's Aaron Eads was in the courtroom in Peoria this morning and has more from the newsroom.
We've heard several days of tearful testimony from Christensen's family members, friends, and former neighbors, all saying they couldn't reconcile Brent's crime with the man they once knew. On Tuesday morning, federal prosecutors delivered a rebuttal. They called an FBI agent back to the stand to replay some phone calls recorded while Christensen was in jail, trying to hammer home their suggestion of his lack of remorse. But before that, both legal teams spent more than half an hour arguing about motions and jury instructions. They had to do with Christensen's mental health, medications he's taking, his counseling sessions, jail calls, his pet cat, and even SpongeBob SquarePants. That last one caused everyone in the courtroom to laugh out loud. We'll tell you why coming up at 6, plus what the jury will have to do when they start deliberating Christensen's fate. Aaron Eads, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Closing arguments are set for tomorrow morning. Then the jury will be off to deliberate. When we get a verdict, we will have a special edition of WCIA 3 News. We'll be airing 30 Minutes, Justice for Ying Zhang. It's a deep dive into how federal prosecutors built their case, what happened that led investigators to Christensen's doorstep, and you'll hear his own words that would later be used against him. All of that after a verdict.
New at 5, Champaign police are investigating a stabbing. Police responded to Kenwood Road this afternoon. They found a 26-year-old man stabbed. He was taken to the hospital. He's expected to be okay. Police say a domestic dispute escalated to a fight, and that man was stabbed. No arrests have been made. Several law enforcement agencies are on the scene of a farm in Warrensburg.
A search is happening now on North Glasgow Road. The Macon County Sheriff says it's related to a cold case from the 1990s. We now know it could be related to the murder of Pamela June Ray. She was murdered in Florida in 1992. WCIA 3's Cole Henke has been in Warrensburg for hours, where police are investigating. He's live there now. All right, Cole, what have police said about this?
So right now, all we know officially is that police are working with an out-of-state agency on a cold case from the 1990s, but they have been out here for hours today. They had bobcats, they had everything, digging up the ground here on this farm behind me. They were about a football field back, and on this farm is believed to be, on this farm, they were digging for anything. We don't know what they were digging for, but they're, might be Mark Reby, who is the case in question could be of Pamela June Ray, a woman who was murdered in Florida in 1992. Police at the time say Mark Reby confessed to the killing of Ray, but then he recanted his statement. Reby then moved his family to Warrensburg here, and maybe on this farm right here is where he hid the bodies. not sure. Macon County Sheriff's Office had no more information. In Warrensburg, Cole Hankey, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
All right, Cole, thank you very much.
The U of I Police Department is investigating complaints involving Officer Brian Tyson. The Office of Access and Equity is working to address the matter. The department won't say what the complaints were about, but did say the Office of Access and Equity handles sexual harassment complaints. The department says it's clear with all officers sexual harassment will not be tolerated, but won't comment on personnel matters. The Office of Access and Equity also would not comment.
A house that was the scene of a murder Sunday caught fire last night. It happened near the corner of East Hickory Street and North Charles in Decatur. The house was empty, so no one was hurt. The fire is under investigation. 27-year-old Demetrius Ford was found shot on the front porch this weekend. If you have any information, call Decatur Police. Crews responded to a fire last night at an ADM warehouse, also in Decatur. Officials say it happened near the Stratus soybean oil processing facility. Workers were evacuated, no one was hurt. The fire was put out quickly. Damage is estimated, though, at $100,000. That cause is under investigation. More people in Illinois are dying from opioid overdoses, but a surgeon in Champaign is trying to change that.
That's right. A plastic surgeon is prescribing a drug that does not contain opioids to his patients. He says he's been doing it for years and has noticed a big change. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays is live in the newsroom. Jamie, how exactly is he helping?
Paul, he's using a drug called Exparel. Dr. James Curley has made it his mission to decrease dependence on opioids by prescribing this drug. He's been using it for about 6 years, and since he started, his patients are using less pain medication after surgery. And that's something that's important to him because of a growing problem. Data from the National Institute of Drug Abuse says from 2015 to 2017, the rate of opioid overdose deaths in Illinois went up by more than 75%, a number he's looking forward to changing.
There are studies that show that folks can become addicted in a very, very short period of time. And so I've always been very stingy with my narcotic use. And it's been because of this concern about producing addiction.
He says the medication is also helping his patients get around more easily after surgery. Since prescribing the drug, there are now fewer issues with nausea or excessive bleeding after a procedure, problems they used to have before using this medication. Live in the newsroom, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Well, it definitely sounds like it's making a difference. Jamie, thanks.
It's not pumpkin patch time, but that doesn't matter. For one family in our town, Sydney, how they spend their summer getting ready for your visit.
Plus, going to school with a chronic issue is hard for any child. How teachers are being taught to deal with epilepsy in the classroom.